Today I got the patching compound for the fasteners that are holding in the new shingles against the old. You can see those brown spots up top there. That's where all the staples were backfilled. There's a small indentation where they were hammered in with an air gun. So I also was able to backfill all the other areas up here by the French doors that needed to be filled in. So you can see those brown splotches. That's where they were either staple holes or nail holes. So you can see how they kind of look like little brown spots. So what I need to do tomorrow is I'm going to sand them down and get them flush, and we'll touch them up with some of the primer paint. And here you can see where the new shingles go against the old ones. You can see the old ones on the right are a little bit duller finish. But what I would like to do is give them a good cleaning, and we put our final coat up here. We could do this whole wall and then do this wall here. But first all those spots have to be sanded, and ideally we would attack this side first because this is the outside. And what I could do is sand these, get the touch-up paint on all those brown little stains that are the filler, and we could tent the rest of the porch, put a heater in there, and be able to do the finished painting in colder weather because we can warm that up with an electric heater. So we finally got some rain and some colder weather. So what I did was I tented the back porch. Now we can keep some of the water off the porch floor, and I can work inside of there with the final paint prep. Just put a little electric heater in there and we'll be all set. The plastic filler that I used on the nail holes is dry by now. I can give it a good sand and touch up these areas up here that have this brownish looking tint to it. That's where all the staple holes were. So we just got to sand those smooth and give them a little touch-up paint, and we should be all set. So we're almost ready for our final coat of house paint, but we need a warmer day to do the outside part. The indoor side I can do once I warm it up with a heater. So we're almost done with the painting, and we can move on to removing those steps. That's what's next. We got to take those out. We have a special set of tools to split that apart and get it out of there. And this is our new set of steps over here. Of course, that needs a handrail. So here's some of the spots that I filled in. You can see right here, here, and here. So I just give a light sanding with the 80 grit, and that's going to knock away the extra material, because you can slobber this stuff on and just it sands really easy. There's another one over here. So I just kind of knock it back so that the surface that I'm filling is smooth in relation to the rest of the surrounding shingles. So I get the brunt of it off with 80 grit or 100 grit, whatever I got, and I have the sanding block, which I think is 120 grit, and this gives it, fares it in the rest of the way, takes away all the hard scratches from the coarser sandpaper. So all I should be left with is just the little cavity that I filled. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm also, if I see any drips in the area, I'm going to smooth those out as well. So now you can see that this is a nice smooth surface, and then when I go to spot prime these areas, the plastic filler will be filled in and we'll have a consistent color throughout the side of the house. And then when we're all done with that, we'll put our final coat of house paint on. I got the patches sanded down and smooth, I'm going to spot prime the areas that I sanded. So that's going to be these brown spots here and down there. So what I'm going to do is just spot prime them for now, because we're running out low on paint, and we'll come back later and give them a second coat. But right now our window of opportunity is open. It's just above 50, which is the minimum temperature for the paint. It have to be 50 degrees or higher. We're about 53 right now, and the side of the house is warm because the sun's been hitting it, but the sun is starting to go past the side of the house, and we're going to be in the shadows soon. This paint needs about 15-20 minutes to dry, so I think this is going to be all I can do today, at least on this side. So I'm going to spot prime all these spots that I sanded, and what we're going to do is on the area on the porch, we're going to put the plastic back up and warm it up with an electric heater. We had a little wind last night and part of it kind of got ripped off, but that's okay. I'm going to leave it down for now, because when we sand on the porch, we're going to want some ventilation from the dust. So that works out fine. We'll get the under the porch sanded tomorrow while the plastic is down, and we'll put the plastic back up once we're done with that, and we can warm it up and get a spot prime the areas that we sand. So that's the plan for today. We have a limited window of opportunity. I wanted to bang this out while I could. This is outside of the house, so we can't really tent this very easily, and that's the plan.